Okay. With this fucking Kentucky Derby, and I'm sorry, listen, I am someone who's a sailor, and I'm trying to work on it. But right now, I have every fucking right, because what just happened was something that has never ever happened in the history of Kentucky Derbies. And now on my way, I'm supposed to do a stupid Bruins recording, and I'm pissed off. They took, for the first time ever, the winner of the Derby and disqualified him. They literally disqualified the winner of the Derby. Fact. That just happened. And who wasn't now the only good news is, you know how I also had I also had Tacticus, right? I had Tacticus. Yeah, see? This is my station, by the way.
Lineup here today, and Wagner coming in. We think Chari's a little banged up.
That's my station. But anyway, so Tacticus, he came in fourth. So I guess, I get third place. I'll win the show. That third place called show, second place called place, first place is win. For the first time ever, somebody who won the Kentucky Derby was disqualified for like interference, like they bumped into a horse. Like that happens all the time. And this is the craziest part. One of the biggest stories of the day, and I mentioned it on one of the other ones. There was, I think this is the guy from Venezuela that's like, he's just happy to be there type of guy, and I'm just happy to even be here. He doesn't even belong. And I mean, he is the biggest long shot ever. I guess the biggest long shot before him was like 50 something to 1. He was got high to 1 Derby, which goes for hundreds. You got forever. This thing's I forget exactly. I mean, it's like goes like 200 years or like 150 years, something crazy. It almost makes you wonder, like, how do they even get all the horses there back then? Like, but anyways, for the first time and for the first time ever, somebody has the odds of something as high as 66 to 1. Never had someone that high on odds. And he came in second. And he won. And if you really watch it, he kind of caused the interference. And the horse that actually got interfered with fell into 8th place. But if it wasn't for this 66 to 1 horse, I'm curious what his name was. I don't want to do any more streams about the Derby. It's just, this is like huge. You're going to be hearing about this on like regular news. This is huge. The biggest long shot of all time just won on a disqualification. He's 6 to 1 odds. And I thought I'll be honest. I put $100. I thought I won because I got, I thought I won like something like, I don't know, $600 or something like that right now. I just lost $100. This is unbelievable. But you know what? I'll win like 40 back because I also had Tacticus. And because he was in 4th place, that means he moves up to 3rd. So, I win, like 40 or 50 bucks there. So, I end up losing like 50, 55, 60 bucks, something like that. But what? Oh, and the fact that I covered this race, I'm blown away, getting all cut up. But I'm pissed. By the way, I watched the live stream back of when that woman freaked out. I'm gonna change like the name of it. Maybe something like libtard. Trying to tell veteran how to raise his child. For those of you who are in the chat saying you should never, ever, I would never leave my 2-year-old in the car for 1 second. Obviously, you don't have a 2-year-old. All right, you don't know shit. All right, that is ridiculous. That is preposterous. You would never leave a 2-year-old. I'm not leaving her just like hanging out, running around. She's in a car seat, fastened, with the music on. The car was on, by the way, locked, with the windows up. And she doesn't freak out or cry, And it should have been a 30-second thing. But the whole reason why I turned the video around and kind of like tried to show you the cash register guy is the way he looked, for one, and two, how fucking dumb he was. Excuse my language once again. Like he couldn't understand debit card versus. Oh my god, it was unbelievable. He had asked my ID 3 or 4 times. It was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. I had to turn the screen around. And all of a sudden, to have some woman come in there and say that to me, she picked the wrong one, I'll tell you that. And I'm going to put it all over the internet. With the title it has now, it won't get any views. But you know what? I'm going to make it a title that might get some views, And, who the hell is she? But that's how they roll in Massachusetts. But anyways, if you're just joining us, I know some people are just joining us, the Kentucky Derby, for the first time ever, has disqualified the person who won the race, the person who finished first. Because while they're running, they kind of bumped into another horse, and that horse fell back to 8th. But what kind of caused the whole thing was the horse who came in second, who, by the way, is the biggest long shot of all time. Biggest long shot ever. 66-1 odds. I think before that, the biggest long shot was probably like 58-1, something like that. I don't know the exact, but in that area, because 66-1 is crazy. So if you bet $100 on that 66-1 horse, you would have $6,600. If you bet $1,000, you would have $66,000. I mean, that's crazy. And the 6-6 part, I just can't get out of my mind. It's never happened before. This isn't like a normal occurrence. First time ever they have overturned the winner. And the whole thing is, yes, he did bump him. But if it wasn't for I don't even know the name of the 66-1 horse. And you know what? Remember I was telling you about someone from Venezuela, they were talking about, he escaped all the crap there and he was a jockey, but he was on a long shot and all this. With those odds, that might be, he almost didn't belong there. I think they just let him there out of pity. And he ended up winning. It was like some kind of, this is the world is the devil's playground, and 66-1 odds for the first time, the biggest odds ever, won the Derby. A situation where the first time ever someone was disqualified. So I lost a bunch of money, but I also won a little bit because that means that my other horse went from 4th to 3rd. So thank God for that. It makes up like half the money I lost. But it's not even about the money. It's about the numbers. I want to find out if this is the guy that they were talking about from Venezuela. I want to find out the name of the horse again. I don't want to look more into it. I don't want to do any more Derby videos. Crazy, like the odds of this happening. The odds of, one, disqualification, but two, to have the biggest odds ever, and not just that, but then win, and not just that, but then win by disqualification, and not just